Okay, says we're live. Hello, welcome. Happy Memorial Day. Hopefully, if you have someone who has passed away due to service or fought in any sort of circumstances, you take a moment to remember them today. Um, but it's also the official start of barbecue season. um, because people get a day off and the weather is usually warmer by now, and so it's like, oh, take the opportunity to grill outside. So yeah, so the question for today is dealing with what is on your barbecue menu. And again, unfortunately, I don't have more options, but we have beef, pork, chicken, and loads of veg. So that is those are the options for today in the poll. I did put up the thumbnail today. Had a candle for vigils and but also some skewers on a barbecue because they look tasty. I am a big fan of skewers. I like skewers. um, and I was like, ooh, these look tasty. But I think these are also missing a couple things. Like I'm not seeing any mushrooms. And I love mushrooms. And I also love pineapple on my skewers. So there's a couple things missing from these particular ones. I also would love to see just like a corn on the cob, just like hanging out back here on the grill. Because roasted corn on the cob is delicious. So, we're cooking ribs. So the main course is already underway cooking, and we'll have to do the additions like a little bit closer to dinner time. But yeah, so we are having ribs, and it's going to be very tasty. So I did get some more crocheting done. I got the blanket that I'm working on, the teal blanket back here. It has a 5-round repeat. So it's like a set of 5 that repeats over and over again. So I did a full 5 rounds, which the larger it is, the longer it takes me to do each round. So yeah, so I think I'm up to, I want to say like 50, 56, 54 or 56 stitches between peaks of the star shape. So, and it's a 7-peak star, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's a lot of stitches. So it does take some time. But I also worked out in the yard. I remembered to wear long pants. So I don't think I fed the mosquitoes too much more, but I did get one right here. So, yeah, but the yard looks nice, and yeah, got a couple of things for the parents, like moved along errand wise and paperwork wise, which is nice. It's always nice when you can help out, get some stuff done that they've been putting off. We also called 3 people, 3 businesses. We called the person who redid my mom's bath. He's sort of like a general contractor type guy. But he also does like exterior decks. So we were wanting an estimate for ripping out the kitchen island, just taking it away. It's too irritating in the placement of where it is, and it's not really like functioning the way that we would like it to function. So ripping out that, replacing the kitchen floor, and replacing the deck. Like, how much would that be? We called somebody else in the neighborhood had some work done. and we saw their truck parked outside. So we took a picture of their truck that had their phone number, called their phone number, asked them if they could do the interior or the exterior, sort of like what they were handymanning. And they apparently only do exterior. So we asked for them to come by and give us an estimate for the deck. And then one of the other neighbors in the neighborhood had a really nice handicap ramp put in for her husband when he came home from hospital and rehab. Like it looks great, like solid. So we asked for their card, and we called them and left a message asking for them to also give us an estimate for the deck. And we got a flyer in the mail for like windows. Like it's time to place your windows type of thing. And our windows are very old. They're original to the house. And they are like the storm windows. So like all kinds of spiders and stuff in between. And I'm like, I'm not opening it to clean it. Like I'm not doing it. But the company, when I looked them up, like they popped up on Reddit as being like super expensive, super kind of rip off in terms of like, yeah, they'll sell you the window and the installation, but it'll be like a really high premium upmark for the price. So somebody on Reddit mentioned that it wound up being like $5,000 to $6,000 per window. And I was like, well, we've got 14 windows. That's not happening. So we need to find somebody who will do windows as well. But yeah. Anyway, just house stuff that we have been putting off. So no real resolution, but we have potentially three people coming by to give us estimates for at least the deck, and one guy coming by to give us the estimate for the kitchen. So that kind of stuff. Does anybody else have their kitchen redone? Or like partially redone? How long does it normally take? Because we are not patient people. So I'm figuring like demo should be just one day, right? You would think. And then depending on what kind of flooring we get, we're leaning towards maybe like just vinyl stuff for the kitchen anyway. Easier to mop and all that kind of stuff. But because if we go tile, it'll take a lot longer to install. And then we wouldn't have the normal access to the kitchen and all that. So, anyway. So if anybody has experience with kitchen redos, let me know. How's it go? Mom Maggie says, hello, lovelies, stream hoppers. Hello. How are you? Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Exactly. Yes. Mom Maggie says, it's cloudy here in Houston, also here in Georgia, but we'll be cooking pork loin. Roasted pork loin. It's very delicious. Miranda likes mushrooms too. Mushrooms are great. Her meat of choice would be sausages. Okay, but what kind of sausage? The most common foods found while scavenging in Baldur's Gate 3 are sausages and potatoes. Gotcha. But I guess you can make a choice of what kind of sausage it's going to be, because it could be a mix of anything. Could be chicken, could be turkey, could be beef, could be a mix of everything. So yeah. Stacy says, hello. Hello. Welcome. We're having chicken tonight. Nice. Excellent. So we've got, we're having beef. Monique is having pork. Stacy's having chicken. So we have the first three. Who's having loads of veg? Hopefully all of us. But anyway, what else did I did not get up to Bob Rossing this weekend. So I'm hoping to maybe do a little bit of that during the week. Like maybe not like a full painting, but maybe some of the techniques. So there's that. Also, I've been obsessively tracking my orders from Journal Say. And they have finally started moving again. So yay. But I don't know if they're going to get here, the first one, it might get here before June, but it also like might get here like maybe June 2nd. So I'm like, we'll see. I did go ahead and get the other tapes from Amazon that I was thinking would go with it. So hopefully it'll go. Also, this is a much smaller package than I anticipated it being. Let me see if I can get this without the, there we go. So we have several different ones with the sort of like arc fish scale. And we have some plain ones, and then we have the gingham. Gingham? Is that the right word? Plaid? No. Yes, but no. We have grids, we have confetti, and these are not actually plain. These are like, let me just open it, shall we? So this was a set from Amazon. It was about $8 or $9. And I think it's 10 tapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 10 tapes. So, and all in this lovely sort of teal color scheme. Okay, let's see if I can. Ooh, it's a slide out the side thingy. Okay, so now we don't have the, there we go. That's better. So this one, what's the word for this one? Is it, that's not gingham, is it? Plaid? Gingham? This one's just grid. This one's star confetti. This one is just like streaky confetti. That one's just dot confetti. And then we have stripes, grid pattern, and then 3 different sort of scale or wave variants. And also the box is adorable. It's more of that, whatever it is that I can't find the word for in my brain. What's the difference between, I'm thinking of like the gingham check, but maybe that's solid. Gingham pattern. Okay, yeah. Okay. And then plaid pattern. Okay, so the gingham pattern is where I think the distinction is that the stripes and lines are the same size. The plaid has varying lines and sizes, roughly. So the one that I was looking at is in fact gingham pattern. Anyway, here's how I know. Here's what I did. I looked up the gingham pattern, and they've got a random plaid in there as well. But for the most part, these are all equisized, equal brain. It'd be nice if you worked. Whereas if you go to plaid pattern, you have the varying lines and sizes, if that makes sense. Anyway, the other thing I ordered from Amazon was this tape. And it's got kind of like that tealy blue. It's a little bit more on the blue side, but it does have hints of green. And I haven't opened it yet, so I can't swatch it. But I figure that these will go very nicely together, as will this definitely shows up more blue, but maybe once I get some actual paper behind it. So yeah, so I've got these to go with the dragon washi tape that is coming. And I'm sure that I won't wind up using everything, but I just want to play with them because I think they will be very, very cool together. So I'm going to have to figure out how to decorate. So, and also hopefully I'll be able to do some sort of unboxing thing with y'all for the 2 different orders. So this is what I need to do. I need to try out the EVMUX streaming service So maybe I'll do the unboxings with those just and kind of see how stable it is. Maybe. And then for now, keep the regular streams with StreamYard until I know if EVMUX is going to work. Lexi, hello. They're so cute. Yes, they are. Thank you. Thank you for the blessing. They are very pretty. They are. I'm excited to use them, and I'm just hoping that the journal say order will show up in time. Okay, so we're going to do the doggos. So Saturday, Sunday's doggo. This is Louis or Louis, depending on where you grew up. He just graduated and realized adult life is about to start. Might even have to buy his own treats now. Actually, absolutely not puppered for this. He looks a little scared. Wide-eyed and a little scared, but so cute. 13 out of 10. And then today we have Mushu. He's going to be the best service puppo ever. He has found a snackum and is waiting patiently on your go ahead to consume it, said snackum. 12 out of 10 snack away Mushu. So if you look carefully, on Mushu's paw is a little teeny tiny treat. And Mushu is waiting very, very patiently. So, super cute. Super cute. All right. Thank you. It's the forget which side it's on. It's the dragon. I think the dragon is upside down now. Yep, it is. There we go. Dragon holding a blue crystal that I got from the Ren Fair last year. I think it was last year. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it was last year. I did go ahead and pull the card just prior to the stream. So today we have the Groundhog. It's number 31, and it's time to let go. Time to let go. Endings lead to new beginnings, and death is a part of life. So the Groundhog is here to let you know that it is time to accept the natural ending of something that is no longer serving you. We love to hold on to what is familiar, but the new needs space to arrive so that growth can occur. When the Groundhog spirit appears, it is a sign that something in your present situation, there is something in your present situation that you need to let go of so that something new can be born, something that will be far better and serve you much more. When the Groundhog sees his shadow, he retreats to his den. So too might you yearn for a little bit more time to say goodbye and transition into the new. However, change is coming, and it is good, so let go of your resistance. Spring brings many blessings, and what must die will always be reborn in a new form that will be right for you. Life requires change and detachment. Say farewell to whatever once served you and get ready for something amazing to take its place. The spirit is already sending it your way. So there you go. There is our lovely Groundhog. It's a little bit chunky, also a little bit out of focus. Kind of a good card to get. Today's the new moon, in case you have not been keeping track of that. So I do need to do a spread for myself with tarot for the new moon. New moon is about new growth, generally. So it's kind of a card that I kind of would expect maybe a little bit more along the full moon, because with the full moon, you're like, what do I need to get rid of as we get into the waning side of things? And then the new moon is, what do you want to grow as you get into the waxing side of things? Anyway, so maybe we haven't learned our lesson since the full moon. So time to let go of something so that we can grow something new. So if you intend to do a tarot card reading and have forgotten, here's your reminder to do so. Also, a reminder, we are on the last week of May. So if you have not backed up your projects this month, maybe put it on the calendar for this week. Dragon hairpin. We'll take that into consideration for Miranda. Excellent. The other thing so again, depending on how you are building Miranda, I had a dragon ring at one point that I also got from the Ren Fair a long time ago. And the wings wrapped around my finger, and that was the closure was the wings. I lost it at some point, and I was very sad. But dragon rings are always an option. I also have a pair of dragon earrings that I don't wear that often because the like stud part is rather large. So it covers both of my holes, so I can't wear other earrings with it. So there's, things like that. I've also seen dragon ear cuffs where they just sort of like hug the curve of your ear. Those are really cute. So you pulled the 10 of Wands from your Buffy tarot deck. Feels like the same vibe. Nice. Kara says, I hope it's okay for me to say hi. Yes, absolutely. You had trouble with your browser. You're having an awful day. Oh no. Hopefully, so make the first sprint like a time for a reset. Time for making yourself something to hydrate, getting some food if you haven't had food yet today, taking a moment to sit and breathe, journal if you need to, just sort of like feel like you are resetting and giving yourself another chance. Because those days, if you don't like take that time to just kind of like breathe, suck. So hopefully if you sort of like take that time to kind of try and reset, then the rest of your day will not be quite so bad. Monique is working on your Pride and Prejudice fanfic. Nice. Fun. Kara says the groundhog is not resonating with me today. Gotcha. We had to put your 21-year-old cat to sleep yesterday. Oh no. He had cancer and lost a lot of weight. It was time, but it broke both of us. Yeah. That sticks. That stinks. And you're still in the midst of grieving for your mother, and that is just on top of everything. That's frustrating for sure. I'm sorry. Monique says happy new moon, by the way, and happy Memorial Day. You had forgotten to do your tarot, but thanks for the reminder. You're welcome. Kagehime is here. Hello. Welcome. You're not building Miranda, but the dragon-themed jewelry / accessories might go into future fanfic chapters. Excellent. Jenna, hello. Sliding by to tag the like and give some Stream Hoppers United. Yes. Also, don't forget to check out Jenna's channel. Jenna does awesome sprints as well. And she even lets you choose which sprints are coming next, which is kind of fun. And does polls as well. Sarah, hello. Welcome. Swinging by from Jenna's sprints to say hello and boop the like button. Thank you very much. Monique says, sorry about all of that, Kara. Yeah. Frustrating. Monique is going to be doing your new moon spread tonight. Got it. Giorgio is really your son's cat, but you all loved him. He was a gentle soul. Well, generally when you bring a pet in, it becomes the family pet. But yeah. But that is hard. It is very hard. Okay. We have some work to do. It's a Monday. So admin day, planning day, journaling day, email day, whatever it is you need to get done on a Monday, even if it is a Memorial Day holiday, whatever we need to get done is fine. I'm going to be working a little bit in my journal, my bullet journal, setting up stuff for this week. And then I will be diving into hopefully not editing, because last time it turned into an editing session. Hopefully it'll be actual new word drafting. That would be nice. All right, so let's start with the otter, because the otter is new and adorable. So this is the UOtter Focus 30-minute timer with classical music. So here we go. 1, save your document if you've already been working. If not, now's a great time to pull it up. 2, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. Three, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How'd we do? I feel like I was pretty zoned in for that sprint, like in the zone, working after I switched from the bullet journal. So yes, I got 656 words. After the bullet journal, which is great. Okay, let me put that in my time tracker. Time tracker, word tracker. There we go. Okay. So we had several people pop over from Jenna's stream to say hello. Martina also popped over and said hello. Angela did as well. Monique says you wrote 767 words so far, which is awesome. Your goal for the week is to finish this last chapter. You can absolutely do it. I believe in you. You probably won't get any writing done tomorrow, though, because you're double booked with the dentist and allergist appointment. Yeah, dentist one is for a filling. So I feel you. I have temporary crowns and fillings. So I feel you. Yeah. I'm supposed to go back in for a cleaning either before or the same date as they like put my official crowns in. So we'll see. We will see how that goes. Let's see. Angela is off to a writing conference from 5 to 9, so you need to get ahead on the blog stuff. Writing conference sounds amazing and fun, and hopefully you can absolutely get ahead on the blog stuff. Mom Maggie says sales set for launch week of Darkness of the Devourer. It's number 12 of the Relic of Time Wars, and the previous 6 books are only 99 cents for the 5 days before and after the launch. Exciting! That's what I said. Mom Maggie says this year you hope to finish publishing both Relic of Time War and the Pagosa Cliffs series. Do you have another series that you are sort of in the midst of planning, or will that come after? Admin work accomplished, and now time for lunch. Food. Yes. Food is always good. Always. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do the second sprint. Second sprint, as always, is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something that you want to promote, second sprint is the time to do so. So if you have a YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Etsy store, Amazon author page, website, blog, social media handles, etc., any of that kind of stuff that is writing adjacent, do let us know where to find you. Just remember, if you do not have a Blue Ridge of Power like Mama Maggie, you will not be able to post direct links. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So 1, save your document and all the wonderful progress. 2, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is that you're hydrating with. Cheers. All right, number 3 is straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes of our cute hedgehog. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How are we doing? I'm going to save. I also forgot to mark where I was. So I'm going to have to estimate. Let me try that again. lost where my cursor was. Okay, I'm going to guess like roughly around the paragraph that I left off at 887. That's my guesstimate. Okay. I'm going to save it, and you should save yours. And I'm going to scroll back up. Monique says, I would love for y'all to like my posts on Blue Sky. I have a series of posts on a thread for Fantasy Indies Maytober under the same username, Ms. Ocampo writes, on Blue Sky. Mom Maggie is celebrating the fact that you have a wrench and also encouraging you to follow and subscribe to your fellow sprinters. Here is Monique's channel. I said, yes, Mom Maggie does indeed have battery power. Here is Angela's channel. Here is Martina's channel. Here is Kara's channel. Here is Sarah's channel. Here is Jenna's channel. Here is Kagehime's channel. Here is Lexi's channel. Here is Stacy's channel. Here is Mom Maggie's channel. Here is Monique's Blue Sky. And Mom Maggie reminding us that books 6 through 11 of the Relic of Time War series are on sale for 99 cents starting May 28th and June 1st. So there we go. She was asking, does anybody else need a link? Also, don't forget, if you're not subscribed, subscribe here maybe. Ooh, it's raining right now. You're going to go make lunch. Angela says, someday, Maggie. Someday you'll have a channel with stuff on it. But for now, we can subscribe anyway. Excuse me. Alrighty. I feel like I'm making pretty good progress. I think. So hopefully you are as well in whatever it is that you are endeavoring to do. Don't forget to answer the poll as well in terms of, now that barbecue grilling season is officially upon us, what is on your barbecue menu? Beef, pork, chicken, or loads of veg? And we will go ahead and get ready for the next sprinty sprint. I'm going to give us the 25-minute silent otter. So you can play whatever music you want, but also so that we wind up right at the top of the hour. Okay, like maybe a minute or two past. All right, here we go. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ring. The timer, I have apparently left the ding-a-ling magic chime at the very, very, very last second of it instead of where it should be. So I may have to edit that one. Keep saying that, but I haven't done it yet. Anyway, how was your third sprint? Hopefully it was good. Managed to get 600, like 640 that time, somewhere around in there. So not bad. I'm gonna save my document. Yeah. How'd you do? How did you do? Let's see. Mom Maggie had to go. Said be blessed and have a lovely day. Same to you. Seabright says the otter is watching me and judging harshly if I don't get back to work, which was kind of the point of the two particular images that I found for the autofocus timers. So Angela also said goodbye to Maggie. I'm going to hit save again, even though I know I already did it, but just for peace of mind, you know, just for peace of mind. All right, we're going to conclude the poll, which was what is on your barbecue menu. And it's not popping up. There you go. Okay, so 53% of us have chicken on the grill, 23% of us have beef, 15% have loads of veg, and 7% have pork. So that is how our barbecue season is starting, which is not a bad choice at all. All right, y'all. Don't forget to save your documents. Don't forget to back them up because it's near the end of the month. And make sure that you have a wonderful rest of Memorial Day. And I will hopefully see y'all on Wednesday and then again on Friday. So don't forget to save. Happy writing and hopefully good words to all of us. All right. Bye.